There's an endless argument onto this, and it will be carried on forever in our life. Uh, the argument is pretty simple. If we have logic and self intuition, which one we need to select? For years, I have been in the dilemma of thinking because I have been a bookworm. I used to read, I still love a lot of online courses, podcasts, and love. The only mode is different. The only I would love the knowledge and intellectual business, and because I read most philosophies and different point of views, I got more and more confused. uh, the first was I was in the era of 1999 2000 era where the internet didn't exist, or probably it was beyond our ability to practically to be in our reach. And at that time, the only god, or the so-called semi-god, demigod kind of person, were the either religious gurus or the teachers, or such people who are the fa- father or things like that. And if you have today, while doing the inspection, I found most of these people are were the under the age of 40, probably 10-15 years ahead of you. So naturally they were stable about their career, and they had we all live in our shell, in our wells, so they had their own. And I was unfortunately guided or misguided by most of these half knowledge people who were relatively mid-level successful, and I was more and more confused. If you are a businessman, chairman, MD, CEO, director, marketing head, or in a corporate profile, or a student with head over shoulders, it's quite obvious. The another version that I'm going to tell you, instead of replace this entire teacher genre with internet, social media, WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, and number of other channels which are throwing you different versions of things, trying to hard sell you using, instead of giving a lecture, they are probably showing you videos or something like that. Just replace this. Basic idea is the mode of payments have changed. The basic idea is still the same. Everyone is trying to hard sell you their own versions of things, including myself. At least I'm honest enough. Whether you buy or not, or you buy some part of it, that's up to you. If I'm giving you some my version of it, after 37 years, it was this year of my life, which is I'm 37 now. I have adopted my first principle is to play by on my own intuition, not even my god. So, and that was and since the time I have adopted it, a lot of chain of incidents happen, and I today I'm finding in a relatively happier note. One thing is, whenever we are going with logic brain, a logical brain will always going to give you, and I started reading a lot of subconscious. I was always a reader of subconscious mind and all this big mind power things, and I still have seen many personal experiences on meditation and things, even in materialist life on things. But I found a pretty different uh, intuition part onto it. Today I'm discussing this from purely from businessman, materialistic, and corporate point of view. Intuition overrules logic, according to me. And here's why. We live in an uncertainty driven world. It's an age of WhatsApp, social media, and number of other internet driven world, technology driven world. If we have to live in today's world, which is only full of unexpected uncertainty, the best way is we have to rely heavily on our own intuition. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that you ignore the practicality or the planning and or system people process. All that is extremely important. Nothing wrong. But then at the end of the day, the best way is what I have found working best for me and for most other people is who are able to live in this uncertainty driven world is live in this moment, be present and alert in the moment. The more you will think logically, the more you will get confused. In fact, it's a sales, it's a sales saying in sales, if you cannot convince them, confuse them. So this is often most used nowadays. It's more used by internet, using internet, tapping social media videos, and number of versions. But my find is in this clutter of mind, your mind is thinking, and you are stressed, you are cluttered from this point of view, that point of view, and things like that. The best way at many a times is just relax, chill down. The best ideas, the best intuition comes when you are completely relaxed. And I'm not talking about whether you are Often it is like shaving or bathing or just driving. uh, if you observe all these states, you are just relaxed. You are not at all thinking about those tense scenarios. You are thinking about doing something else, and all of a sudden something clicks, and that is what is intuition. So whether you are seriously doing a meditation kind of practice, which I do now sincerely, with a proper yoga breathing meditation, or whatever is your, but even when you're a writer, or you're wherever you are in a concentrated state or relaxed state, it is reasonably relaxed. Intuitive state I found is a very relaxed state, and on the contrary, logical brain I found is always thinking and cross questioning and analysis and this and that and that, and all the things which is building more pressure, stress. Just opposite had been my cases with intuition. I found things very relaxed. I was relaxed amazingly, and I'm talking all the materialistic incident that happened, which happened very personally, which I'm not going to discuss anyhow. And everyone have its intuition power. Uh, the the more I have followed intuition, I got more satisfaction materialistically. I got more money comparatively. I got more deals. Whatever with the presentation or whatever thing happened, whatever I then when I actually went on the table, something incidentally happened, and I out of a sudden get some intuition or something insightful, and I got the deal, and I received the money and whatever it is, and all of a sudden it was very unexpected, uncertainty driven, but very intuitive. So, point, gentlemen, is today and forever in my life, I have adopted, as on now, the first principle that to play blind on my own intuition, not even my God. I cannot give logical answers because it's uncertainty driven one. Whenever my logical mind comes in and with all the confusion, what will happen, this and this, I just say to myself, play blind, everything will manage in my favor. Something better is already on its way. These are the way I have learned how to manage and calm down and silent the logical part of mind, who's always giving the cross questioning or the negative things and things. What if this or that doesn't happen? Uh, there's another video which I'm going to tell you, but this is not to do with intuition. The last point I'm going to tell you, where if you really adopt or you try to experiment on heavily on the intuition part, you have to do few things. First, you have to maintain consistency of 3 to 4 years. No, I'm not talking of 1 day, 3 day, 5 day. I'm talking about 3 to 4 years. The start will be very small. When you adopt the intuition way, what happens is we humans are still in the get rich quick drive. We expect very big thing immediately. Just opposite happens. Intuition happens very small incidents on a consistent basis, and then we recall, okay, last 1 year back, XYZ thing happened, and at that point my intuition clicked ABC. I worked on ABC, and after 6 months I found ABC being more fruitful. And these kind of many such incidents happen, which gradually developed our capability to silent our logical mind, to consistently say to our logical mind something better have happened, like the way it was happened last time. So this time also something unexpectedly uncertainty driven way it will happen. And this is the way intuition works, and this is the way if you decide to choose a transition between logical mind and an intuitive way of living in the present moment, being alert on the present moment, and enjoying this moment, and still being more richer, more fulfilling, more successful, more happier. Hey, to the way I am getting it from last 6 months, 1 year, I'm both richer and happier. So it's a fact that you can be very rich and still very very happy if you choose the right way and choose the right optimum mix. So, but that's not the crux of this video. The video is pretty simple. My way is pretty simple. If you are confused between logical mind and intuitive mind, the intuitive mind is the infinite affluence, the soul, God, whatever is your version is. I choose the word infinite affluence so that it doesn't hurt the religious part or come doesn't come in the picture. But then, if something comes from deep within and is continuously a nagging feeling, remember intuition is more of feeling. Often there is a small little voice which is a different one from all the hard hitting, confusing voice that you have that is going in the mind. The intuition is a very small little voice, and it's often a feeling kind of thing. And more you rely on this kind of feeling in temporarily, whatever be your truck scenario, but in mid to long term, you end up recognizing your own self, your own patterns, you end up being a more satisfied, richer, and happier life, and more fulfilling. Intuitive way is really relaxing way. It is full of uncertainty because the world is uncertain. No one can logically deduce what is going to happen next. Even the Google founders who know in and out about everything, they can't even say that, we can guess what is the next trend, what is the thing. They have comparatively a better grasp than what us is, but they cannot say with 111% security that they know each and everything that is going to happen tomorrow. So this is uncertainty. We never know what exactly is going to happen. There's so much infinite affluence. There's so many solar systems. There's so many black holes every second that's going increasing. We do not even know what happens 30,000 feet below the sea, or probably beyond next solar system, whatever it is. We have a version, and so the more we are relaxing and happy, enjoying the life in a reasonably detached, I'm not talking about pure detached life, I'm talking about a reasonably detached life which you choose to live, so that you can be successful in your business materialistic life, and that you will be more happily, more fulfilling, along with more richer. It's quite interesting. I tell you one incident. uh, I wanted to have a break in videos, and the first person I found was this a pretty incident person. I approached a person. He was typically Indian small businessman who wanted a more political kind of person. He logically he said all the sweet talking things. Okay, I want to give business, and if it's something, if my own person is earning money, I will be more happier to it. So I got probably in the trap, and it was after the fourth meeting. The second meeting, I said, okay, when are you going to pay me money? Advances for it. Everything was settled. This is what I want and everything. So he said, okay, third, fourth. It was the fourth meeting. I had a very strong gut feel that this guy is not going to give me money, and he's just purely wasting time, and he wants me to come back again and again so as to show to other political friend that what is his influence and things like that, which often happens. So that thing I've grasped very clearly in the fourth meeting. Now, at that point of time, I'm going with some personal mishap, and financially I wasn't stable. Financial problems were there. So I went back. I was slightly very depressed, like the notion. Up till this 3-4 meetings, it was only the analytical mind which was working. And pressure and pressure, because the temptation part was there, the greed part was there. I wanted to foray in videos. I want to make videos, but it costs money, it costs efforts. I can watch the YouTube videos links and probably understand how the things work, but it costs money, and this and how will I manage is this and this, and then I need a portfolio, and the competition is so tough, and this and that, all the logical mind, most negative thoughts. Just opposite happened. The fourth meeting, I was slightly depressed. I was shouting at my god, and whatever the standard depression thing happens when it comes from within, because I was so tired. uh, I didn't drink, but mostly because I got so tired. Had a very healthy sleep of probably 12 hours, 10 12 hours. At that time, I recognized one of my schoolmates, which was probably in ninth standard, used to help. He was from a very affluent background, and he used to help people like anything. He was really a very kind-hearted businessman, and I approached him, and I had a very strong intuitive feeling that this why probably already had very strong feeling that this guy, since he's from affluent background and have so many factories and companies, probably he already have a website. Probably he might need a video, at least, or probably his friends might. So let me at least ask from him. And when I approached him, I'm making video and I want to foray in video, and I do not need big money, but I need some sufficient to survive only, to till that I make a video, and I need portfolio video too. And see the good part, it is less than 24 hours, probably 32 hours. As soon as I wake up, I just have a strong gut feel, and I gave him a call, and he said, come tomorrow immediately. Tomorrow immediately. So I went there. He handed me the money. He said, okay, we'll develop the concept later. First, we take the money, and then we'll develop on the concept and things like that. The entire meeting with him receiving the money took me less than 2.5 to 3 minutes, or probably 5 minutes. That's the maximum thing.
from telling him a basic idea what exactly I had, because I already made his mind in his phone call, and he was already had given one assignment to some other company about videos, and he was looking for some another for video. This was purely intuitive. There was no connection whatsoever. I just had a very strong gut feel, and it was so relaxed and happy life until that he was the first person who gave me for it and chance in video and making his product videos. And then a chain of incidents happened, and eventually then I moved forward more on to online course and stuff like this. So incident things are quite interestingly, when you follow intuitive way, it is the point, gentlemen, is it's not just relaxing, it is also fulfilling. In fact, I was expecting less money, he gave me more money than I was expecting. So let's say if I was expecting, say, x amount of money, he gave me 30-40% more than x amount of money. And it was he. I just asked that this is what I have the concept and this is what he gave me happily. It wasn't me who asked him, he just gave me. So relaxed, so happy, so fulfilling, mutually satisfying. So I do not know, win-win or whatever it is. It was so wonderfully peaceful, and over the span of 1.5 years or 2 years of relationship that we developed a relationship which was mutually very happy note. At least I am so grateful to him, and every day I pray to God to bless him with more money to help many such people like me. So, the point, gentlemen, is this: intuition have its ways. It is uncertainty driven world. You do not know from where it's going to come. It just clicks. It just clicks. You have to do your work. There's no doubt. You have to work. You have to make the plans and everything. Logical mind, whatever it is. But logical mind said me to go to the four meeting person, the one who said all the sweet talks. And for four meetings, I was trying to push him because that was a logical mind. And intuitive mind, all of a sudden said to me, "Okay, this is what you have to do." So this trend will give you a clear picture about the difference between logical and intuition mind. I have chosen to play blind on my own intuition, not even my God, and enjoy this living in the present moment, being alert in the present moment. More on it, up to you. Your life, your choice. I will give you a very simple thing. It's You don't need to buy me totally, but it is worth implementing and experimenting if you are able to maintain consistency. Thank you. But hey, under any condition, you're not losing anything financially if you're following your intuition. Thank you.